this Zoom. So now that we're recording, hello Southeast Region leaders, I'm Keyshawn Graves, your Southeast Region Manager, and it's September 30th, and it's time for our Diamond Development Call with none other than Rosa-Lima. But before I pass the mic over to Kim, I just have a quick announcement. Now, we had a bunch of different awesome things for you in September, from our Success Club promotion to our Back to Basics program. But the one that was near and dearest to my heart was the International Justice Mission and what we were doing with our donations and our pledges there. I just want to let you know, and if you're coming on, if you could just mute yourself, I just want to let you know, International Justice Mission, their mission is to rescue thousands, protect millions, and prove that justice for the poor is possible. It parallels a lot with what our mission is, to help people live healthy, fulfilling lives, right? So I just want to let you know where we as a region stand. We collectively have donated $51,755 to the International Justice Mission. So I just want to give you all a huge round of applause for what you all have done and what we all collectively can do when we really put our minds to it. So our top donors, want to give a huge shout out, do some recognition really quick. Our top donors from the region are Melissa Ellis, Caitlin Kelly, Megan Eggleston, Becky Brose, our newest 15-star diamond in the network, Moriah Chukaba, Lauren Duke, Bethany Rowley, Lindsay Matway, Leah Heinfield, and Katie Baker. So just wanted to give some additional recognition to our top donors for the International Justice Mission. And thank you again, guys, for what you all are doing with that. So without further ado, let's move right along to why we are all here today. So before I pass the mic over, let me just brag on Kim a little bit. Now, Kim is a 2014 elite coach. She's been coaching for about 3 years. She's an 8-star diamond in her first business center, is all set up to go 2-star diamond tomorrow in her second business center. And her diamond her third business center just recently went diamond. She's a mom of 2 and just a beautiful individual inside and out. Just a tremendous leader. It's silent but deadly. Now, looking at her though, you would think she's just got it all together, guys. This gorgeous and hugely successful coach has suffered from something so very common, something that I hear so very often in my conversations and one-on-ones with leaders. And that's with feeling burnt out and comparing herself and losing herself and her confidence while in the pursuit of achieving goals, specifically her elite goal from last year. So I think that we're in for a great treat because Kim will speak. She's going to talk about how she overcame that, how she pulled herself out of that mentality and made the commitment to use those lessons in order to become unstoppable. So Southeast Region leaders, I'd like to pass the mic over to Kim Rosa-Lima.
My face just went on the big screen. Thank you. I love your energy. I've always loved your energy and your support. And thank you for letting me be on this call. I'm a little nervous to ask that I call. But the fact that this is my topic is kind of interesting to me because everybody, a lot of people, their goal is to become this elite coach. And so last year I became this elite coach. And in that year was probably my most miserable as a coach. And no one probably could see it. No one probably would know it on my social media, but I was feeling really disconnected to why I was doing this. I felt like my life was out of control. I felt like I was faking it. And if there was like something I felt, it just felt like this. I just felt like everybody needed me, my team, my kids, my husband. And I just felt like I wasn't able to be effective for them. And so when they tell you in your life that things have to get worse before they get better, believe that. And don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid if you right now are in the midst of something like that. You just feel like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of it. That's a sign. And it's a sign that your life is going to get better. And the things that I'm going to share with you today is how I got out of it. And so I had surgery this past August. And when you have surgery, you have to sit still. And because I had to sit still, I really started to think about what my life was like. At that point, my husband had chosen not to come with me, which was really, really upsetting to me. And it was kind of like where our relationship was. I felt like, I worked so hard to become this elite coach, and the person who I loved the most wasn't going to be with me. And so in August, I really sat and I thought about what I wanted my life to be. And I had a life coach through the Tony Robbins organization. And, I don't think that everybody needs one, but for me, it really helped me put things in perspective. And one of the things I wanted him to work with me was what my purpose was. Because I felt like a lot of what I was doing as an elite coach was purely driven by recognition. I don't have a financial success story in that I didn't need this job to get us out of debt or anything else like that. My husband had always provided a great living for us. So I felt like it was empty at the end of the day that I was pursuing this goal to be an elite coach and do all this without like a true purpose, and a purpose that didn't have to just, push my own goals ahead. I wanted a purpose that had to do with pushing other goals ahead. And so he gave me some really good advice. He's like, I want you to think about yourself as you're an 8-year-old. And I want you to look at your life right now as an 8-year-old and think about, are you doing the things you enjoy? Are you doing the things that an 8-year-old would think it was okay? And it was just such a mind-blowing experience, because I thought about that 8-year-old, and that 8-year-old kind of always wanted to help people. I told a story about like how when my teacher cut her finger, I was like the first person up that wanted to give her a Band-Aid. And I just remember all the other kids just sitting there. And I was just like, no, I want to fix your finger. And like, it just all came to pass that my purpose as a coach is to help people, and not just help people, like empower them to have this belief in them that whatever they want to achieve in their life, whether it's my customers, whether it's my coaches who, want some financial stability, if it's my customers who want to lose weight, that I am here to help them. And so once I knew my purpose, it was kind of easy to start looking at things that I needed to do. And one of the things that my life coach told me to do was, okay, now you know your purpose. What are some things that you are going to agree upon to do? And the thing is that the things that help us become successful are not the things that we are like, yes, I want to do. Like, it's the things that, they're, it's like the slight edge. They're just as easy not to do as there is easy to do. And so one of the things that I had decided that I needed to do was wake up early in the morning. And I know it sounds so simple, but for me, I always labeled myself like, I'm not a morning person. Like, I'm creative type. I'm like a night owl. And in reality, that was actually working against me. And so I read this book called The Morning Miracle by Hal Elrod. And if you haven't read it, I highly suggest it, because it's not just about getting up early. It's all segments of your life and how to live more peaceful. I think people view getting up early as getting up early to do work. And so this whole philosophy is getting up early is actually not to get up early and do work. It's to get up early and to prepare yourself to be the servant that you are supposed to be. Because so often, a lot of you are on this call, you're already leaders. You've already achieved some success. People are asking more from you, more responsibilities. And so in order to do that, to do it well, you have to take care of yourself. And so, when I wake up in the morning, I do not get on my phone. I know it's like crazy, right? Like, we're all Beachbody coaches. I do not answer messages. I do not get on social media. I allow myself to wake up, and I think about everything that I'm grateful of. I think about everything I want to manifest. in my life, or even just that day. Maybe it's that I need to sign my kid up for music lessons so I don't forget, like whatever I need to manifest that day. And then the last thing I do is I send love out to people that I think I need, who maybe need it or need that extra thing. And sometimes days that's me who needs the love. And then I get up and then I work out. I was missing workouts because I was allowing my business to take over. And I was like, oh, well, I have to do this for my business, so I'll work out later. And now I've realized that the best thing I can do as a coach is to get my workout in. Like, there's something about jumping up and down that physically moves your brain. And I listen to really loud music, so I go in my basement so nobody can hear me. And like, I don't know, between the music and jumping and sweating, like I am like ready to take on the world. And then I have an hour before my kids get up. And so I either do personal development or I respond to messages. And so I'm in a better state to answer people because I've taken care of myself. And it allows me to really listen to people, because I know sometimes when we get messages, we like want to answer, right? But in reality, we really need to think, what does this person want from me? What is this person really asking? And it allowed me to kind of think through how I dealt with people. And then I get to wake my kids up happy because I'm not like scrambling, and we get to have breakfast together and we get to have fun. And then I drive them to school. And then I come back home and I take a shower. You see, I have my makeup on and my hair. That's me. That is a part of who I am. It's not like fake. It's not like, like on the days that I don't do my hair and I don't do my makeup and I don't get dressed, those are days like I'm not having a good day. And so what I did was, when I do my hair and makeup, I listen to personal development. I not only read it, but I listen to it. And I think for me, I need it in my brain. I listen to a lot of Joel Osteen, Les Brown, Tony Robbins, and Brendan Bouchard. And all of that stuff is free. It's all free and at your fingertips, like on YouTube. And so I allow myself to do something I like, do my hair, do my makeup, whatever, and I listen. And then after I do that, I'm ready to take on my day. I have a to-do list of things I need to accomplish in my business. I have a list of things that are a priority in my family. All of those things have a place. And a lot of my coaches have told me that, like, when I send them messages now, like I'll send them motivational messages, or I'll listen to something on YouTube and I'll be like, I was thinking of you, and I'll send it. And they'll be like, you're getting weird now. They're like, you know, like what we need. And it's like, yes, because when you take care of yourself, you can actually start to realize like what your coaches need. And you can also start to like really hone in on them. I'm like talking a lot now because that's what I'm supposed to do, but I had to shut up at some point also. And I had to really listen to my coaches. And in order to do that, you have to be really okay with yourself. You have to have pumped yourself up. You have to have taken care of yourself. And so the next thing I did to become this unstoppable person, and that actually, I didn't make that up. Craig did, because he talked to me and I was like, I don't know. I just feel unstoppable. It's like when you wake up in the morning, I used to allow like the day to decide for me. I don't let the day decide for me. Like, I am like, this is good. I can handle it. Come at me. Like, let's get going. And for me to have that is just like, like, I don't want to be religious, but to me, it's a blessing from God. And it's like, yes, I finally have it. And so the next thing I did was I committed to my health. I was the type of person who was like drinking on the weekends and eating not so great, and thinking like it was balance. It was like, hey, like, it's okay. I work out. I do all this. And I realized that the foods that I was eating were actually taking away from my mental capacity and my ability to be there for people. And so now when I go out and I eat, I truly eat because I want to be the person who I am. I want to have all of my, mental ability. I don't want to be brain fogged. I don't want to have a day where I just feel like crappy and stuff like that. And that's a whole other call about food. But, and I also committed to our programs. I have always done all our programs, but lately in the months, I was skipping workouts. I really wasn't keeping up with it. And so I committed to the hardest program I knew, which was Insanity Max 30, because I love Shaun T. And that's what got me to my goal weight, like when I first started with Beachbody. And I was like, let me kick my own butt, like for 60 days. And so every day I go into the basement in the morning and I am like jacked and ready to take on my workout. And it really is important as a coach that you live that lifestyle that you want other people to have. And I know some people go to the gym and coaches do that, and that's cool. But I think first thing in the morning, you should be doing something, whether it's yoga or jumping or doing something, because it's really going to help you. And so what are some disciplines that I have in my business that weren't there that whole time I wasn't feeling good? The one thing I talked about was self-development. Self-development takes about an hour and a half of my day. Like, I know people talk about 10 minutes and 10 minutes can definitely help you if that's all you have. But for me as a leader, I actually felt like the more people I had to lead, the more self-development I needed to do. Because you are going to have people come at you. You have different levels now. You have different responsibilities, and you really need to be prepared for that. One of the things I wasn't doing was reaching out to people. When you don't feel good about yourself, when you don't feel that energy, you don't reach out to people. You don't naturally have conversations with people at the grocery store. You don't naturally have playground, conversations, things like that. And so that's something I committed to. And then the other thing I talked about was really connecting with my coaches, like not just telling them. Like, I got into a bad habit of telling my coaches everything because I was a teacher, and I thought, well, if they're not doing well, it just means that I need to tell them more stuff. When in reality, what I have realized is they just needed me to be happy. They needed me to show them what it looks like when you commit to personal development, when you commit to being uncomfortable. It is amazing the cultural change that I've seen in my group. Like, I see my coaches post like personal development stuff, and like I see them doing things out of their comfort zone. It's just been amazing. And then the last thing I did was we talked about comparing, because we compare ourselves, even though we're not supposed to, we do. And so Kim Carter and I had like a running joke, because every time that those elite rankings came out, I kept dropping, and it kept dropping by 10 and by 10. And instead of being grateful that, oh my goodness, like I'm in the top 50 of the whole company, I just kept seeing that I kept dropping. And I was so embarrassed, and I couldn't even bring myself to congratulate the people who were moving their business forward. And so I was like, well, why is that? And I put my finger on it, because I wasn't living in abundance. I somehow believed that the people who were getting to Superstar Diamond, the people who were getting to top 10, that they were taking my spot. And here's the thing. There is no spot. There's only your spot. That's it. Yours. Whatever you were destined for, whatever, it's already been planned out for you, and it's beautiful, and it's great, and it's better than anything else anybody will have. And if you truly believe that that is out there for you, you don't even bother to compare yourself, because you're like, hey, that's great that everybody's doing that, but I have my own path, and this is where it's going, and I'm going to get there. Like, I fully know that I have a superstar team. that I have amazing people that will be a part of a 15-star diamond team. And maybe there's going to be 40 other people that get there before me. It's okay, because I know that that's where my path is. And I know that my path will take me on a great journey. There will be bad things that happen. There will be good things that happen. But all of them have an importance to what my goals are and my purpose and everything. So I started out like, my marriage kind of stinks and this. And so I want to tell you what my life is like now, because I'm very excited about it. As of tomorrow, I will have no lifetime diamonds that are not paid diamonds. So that means that everyone on my team that has achieved the goal of diamond is going to be back to be paid. That was very important to me. I have more star diamonds. They are building their team, which is amazing. I have more people who are team leaders, which means that they're not just diamond. They are like killing it. They're bringing their team. I have one diamond that I think she's created 7 emeralds just this month. I am attracting people to my business who become success starters. Like, they don't just hit Success Club 5, they're hitting Success Club 10 and above. My challenge groups are growing again. I do a whole prep week with them now on personal development, like changing their mindset and doing all that. And that helps them get better results in the month-long thing. I am always calm. So most of the people who know me will never tell you that Kim Lima is calm, but Kim Lima is calm. And it is like probably the greatest thing I love about myself is that I'm calm, that nothing like really like takes me off balance. And, my coach is Danielle Natoni, Fit and Funky. And so we have a running joke that, like the sobriety coins that you get like after 30 days and 60 days, we were saying like, if I could remain calm for 30 days, I would get a coin. So as of today, I get my coin and I'm so excited for that. What else? My husband and I are extremely happy. When you send love to what you want and when you send focus to what you want, it just can't help but get better. And we are in a really good spot. He's coming with me to leadership, which is exciting. My our sons are doing well in school, both of them. I literally don't complain anymore. I just don't have time. And even when I really like kind of want to complain, I don't even go there. So I am just in a really good place. And I love what I do. I love the opportunity of Beachbody and what it's created, because it's not just the 6-figure, salary and amazing things and being an elite coach. It's changed my life, and it so played a role of where I am today in myself, where my family is, and there will be no allocate or no recognition that can beat that. So that's all I have.
I was looking for the unmute. Oh my goodness. Mic drop. Nothing else to say. Girl, they're on the chat saying amen. You took us to church. Thank you so much, Kim. I have to agree with Jenna. I think that you touched on a lot of things that I hear, again, from a lot of leaders and that a lot of people needed to hear who are on this call and who will be listening to this playback. So thank you so much, Kim, for being transparent and for really sharing who you are with us and for sharing some tips on how we can make that commitment, on how, we need to just own our predestined spot and go after it with relentless pursuit. Thank you so much for all your great, well thought out tips, Kim.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day, everybody.
All right. So leaders, before I let you go, it's only 10:23. So I have a call to action for you. It's September 30th. Guys, I want us to all remember Carl's call to action from Summit, where he challenged us to turn up the intensity. If you have already achieved your goal for September, continue to go after that next goal. If you haven't, there's plenty of time left in this month for you to go after with relentless pursuit. So let's give this baby all you got. Let's see what we can do at the end of this day for IJM. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on October 14th for our next Diamond Development Call. Thanks, Southeast Region leaders.